Hey everybody, it's Kevin Rogers and Ben Johnson here. Hey Ben.
Hey Kevin.
We're the Conversion Kings, of course, and we wanted to show you a couple of cool tools we've been using here in Google, some new research things that we think you'll get a lot of value of. So nothing to pitch today, just want to show you some cool stuff. So Ben, we're going to start with Think Insights from Google. What's happening here?
Yeah, well, if you happen to be in one of these markets, Google does a lot of studies, sometimes in partnership with large research companies like Compete, about different kind of market segments, demographics, different audiences, and puts together these whole really comprehensive studies using the kind of insider data that you wouldn't even be able to find on Google if you wanted to. You can't pay for this level of insight. But the great thing is on this Think Insights page, they keep updating it with their latest studies, and you can see all of this great information for free. So they've got studies on users of online dating sites, for example. Mm-hmm. You had downloaded a PDF about that, right?
Yeah, you got industry demographics, depending on where you want to start. But yeah, personals, the dating niches are very popular. So I downloaded this PDF here, Winning the Online Dater. Let's see if we can pull it up here. And here it is. You can see it's a nice looking report. It's a bit of a ad for Google, fair enough. But there's tons of great information in here. Excellent market research. They teamed up with Compete, and to observe sites. 2 million plus U.S. consumers, visitors to these sites are originating from search engines and portals. And if you can scroll through here and quickly learn some really important data, 54% of online daters say they had some idea or no idea of which website they wanted to sign up with. Well, that's really important to know, what people are entering the market with. So half the people, probably knew they were going to check out Match.com or certain sites like that. So
yeah,
and then
sources used, that's gold.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is really good data. Amazingly enough, search engines #1, emails, promos, family, friends, which is interesting to come in fourth like that, because you would think people might be more discreet about that, right? Across different markets, TV, all the way down to newspapers, flyers, brochures. So Google, of course, here boasting that they referred most new members. And there was some more stuff I found really interesting down here. 57% of men use search engines to research dating sites, 50% of women. And there was another interesting stat. Really showed the insight of the differences between men and women when it comes to this market. Down below here, as you can see, it's packed with great. This one right here. The research windows. So 23% of men were likely to sign up after just 3 days, within a week of research. 20% of women were likely to sign up after more than a month of research. So that gives you some great insight if you're targeting men and women separately with your campaigns. So cool little resource.
That could be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to set like a different autoresponder sequence, you could have a much longer autoresponder sequence for women.
Right, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. So great insight there. That's Think Insights from Google. We want to move through these pretty quickly, but these are all free. And like Ben said, this is free information that many thousands of dollars to get these to get this intel. It's pretty cool that they're sharing it for free. So take advantage of that. Okay, and so the next one is the this is really exciting. The Google Experimental Search, the +1 tabs. Tell us what's happening here, Ben.
Yeah, the +1 button just came out recently. It's in beta right now. Well, what isn't on Google, but you can use the +1 button when it displays on search results after you sign up for it. Right now, it's an experiment. You can go to um, google.com/+1/button and sign up to use it if you want to already. And when you do, little +1 buttons will appear next to your search results in Google, and eventually they'll also appear if you have your Google profile set up. They'll appear that you can +1 certain content at a website as well. But you can, Kevin, you can, as you're mousing over those, you can see +1s, and if you click on one, it'll give you a little dialog box to confirm that you want to +1 this site. And it's just like the idea is, shamelessly stolen from the the Facebook like button. It's like it's Google's answer to the social graph, because when you click a +1 and have this added as a +1 in your Google account, that will do two things. Number one, it will start to influence your search results, and it will also potentially start to influence the search results that people in your kind of social circle start to see. Google already has these social results of people. You'll see at the bottom sometimes people in your social circle, and that will start to influence what you see when you search for different keywords. In these, depending on your privacy settings, your +1s will be publicly viewable on your Google profile page, and what content that you +1 on individual web pages can be viewable as what Google is calling annotations when people you're connected with view those pages. So it's kind of taking Facebook's like button concept and applying it to search, and how successful this will be remains to be seen. Google has had kind of stops and starts when it comes to the social graph and their success with competing with Facebook there. But it's certainly very exciting. If you're somebody who already has or thinks they can develop a really engaged community around your website, that suddenly gives you a massive advantage. And people who don't have that kind of engaged following will not be able to take advantage of this, and we'll start to see diminishing returns as a result.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a way to be more selective for them, as always, with the results. I notice it's available through on the AdWords ads as well. So
yeah, which is very interesting. Just like you can click like on a Facebook ad. So they're
interesting. And so I wonder how long before we're seeing products in IM for how to get +1 clicks or something.
I've already seen one.
Oh, really? Okay, well,
yes.
There you go.
Howie Schwartz just came out with one.
Who did?
Howie Schwartz.
Oh, okay, interesting, great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's definitely a big trend to keep your eye on there. Lots of different ways you can take advantage of that. Now, the next one is Page Speed Online. What do we?
Yes, and page speed is becoming an increasingly important ranking factor. Google has gone public with the fact that the faster your page loads, that really stands to get you higher rankings in Google. And if your page is slow, even if everything else about your website is great, you could get disappointing results. And the great thing about this is that Google gives you some great tools inside Google Webmaster Tools, but you have to sign up and verify your site in order to take advantage of all these tools. But this one, you can just go right to pagespeed.googlelabs.com. You don't even have to be logged into a Google account, and just enter in any URL you want and see how fast it loads. And it will give you a score out of 100. It will give you a report of things that you can do to increase the page load speed of your website. And you could even, if you wanted to be sneaky about it, you could even look at the reports for competitor sites and see how your site stacks up. So if you're wondering why you mysteriously can't seem to get past the ranking of a competitor, and even though you think you should be, if you're wondering if page load speed might be kind of one of the X factors that's holding you back, now you can easily check that out right from Google's own data.
Very interesting. Great. Very cool. Okay. Then we have the browser size tool.
Yes, and this is another really cool little Google Labs tool. This one has actually been around for a while, but it's really off the beaten track. Not many people know about it. And again, this is something you don't have to sign in to use. You just go to browsersize.googlelabs.com and enter any URL you want up there and click Go, and it will show you all of this graph here of different browsers depending on the browser and the page size. It will show you how much of your page people can actually see right when they land on your site, which is really important for landing pages, because you can, if you're wondering what people are seeing above the fold, now you can get a much better idea of that, because your screen obviously is not going to be the standard for everybody's screen in your market. You can find out if you know, the most important elements on your site, like your call to action and opt-in, are actually viewable above the fold inside the bounds of the screen for most people out there, and adjust your design to match if need be.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Very cool. Love it. Okay, and finally we have, excuse me, Google Squared.
Yes, and this is another kind of little offbeat tool, but the best way to show what this can do is just click on one of these suggested searches, like Nobel Peace Prize winners. It'll build a square, and basically what this does is, for any kind of a category like that, it mines the Google database for every thing that matches that category, and it displays it to you right in a convenient table that you can look at. So, other examples of things that it gave you just as examples of squares that it can build are, games for the Nintendo Wii, or books by an author, or songs by a musician, or products by a particular company. This you could search for anything that's categorical like that breaks down into subcategories. You can search Google Squared, and it will come up with this whole list for you, which potential uses for that. Number one, if you're doing research on something like this, it could be a huge time saver. And if you're building, say, a website about a certain type of product or a certain category like that, you could use this to come up with a really quick short list of categories, complete with most of the information you need right there in Google Squared, without doing any of the research yourself. So this is another area where Google basically does your research for you with the click of a button.
Great stuff. Very cool. All right, just a quick one today. We wanted to show you all the latest fun gadgets we're using to get clear vision on our markets and our prospects. So hope you found this useful. And this is Ben and Kevin, the Conversion Kings. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.